Well, hello everyone, and welcome back. I've been away for a while. I was in the States and just got back to Colombia a couple of days ago on the 17th of November. So, been here a couple days, all settled back in. Everything went well, smooth sailing. The trip is easy, especially from the East Coast of the United States. I live in Pennsylvania, so coming down here is a super easy trip and short, cheap, and so here I am, and I came back to the channel. I hadn't really checked into the channel, but I was surprised to see a couple of subscribers and a couple of comments, and I was like really pleased with that because I didn't really know if anybody would even be interested. So once again, I am creating a channel to help and advise and kind of share information with people who are like in my age group. I'm 60, almost 65. Um, Maybe you've arrived at your late 50s, early 60s, and you're single, and you are not broke, but you're not rich. So you're looking for some way to enjoy your retirement, Social Security years, whatever that would mean, and how to stretch that, how to make that, and how to have some fun at the same time. And that's what I really needed. See, the staying home, I could stay home, very, very comfortably stay home. I have activities there, I can do things there, but I could comfortably stay home and kind of be a couch potato because, you know, a lot of the year in Pennsylvania, it's just frozen tundra. And, so I needed something else. I wanted something else, and I wanted to travel the path less traveled, I guess you could say. So I started looking quite a while ago for a place. I started in the Dominican Republic. I went to Costa Rica. I've been to, Central America. The only country I've been to in South America is, besides Peru, is Colombia. I visited the mandatory trip to Cusco and Machu Picchu. I did that a couple of years ago. I desperately want to go back. That should be on everybody's bucket list, no matter who you are, no matter what you've seen. If you don't make it to Cusco and see some of the megalithic stonework in that area, you're missing out on something. You have to see it with your own eyes, really. All kinds of videos on YouTube, but you have to see it with your own eyes. Anyway, I'm here to kind of help you, tell you all about my experience building a life here. I've had a life here in Colombia for 5 years. I've had this apartment, which is I'm in Guatapé, Colombia. It's very it's famous. It's a destination internationally. Pre-COVID, anyway, it was. I've been here 5 years. I have a car here. It's kind of a Colombian classic. I'm going to put some videos let down the road about that. My experience buying a car. I do not have a visa to live in Colombia full time. I'm on a tourist visa, which means I can be here 6 months a year. But that kind of works for me because I really need to be in the States part of the time. And so it works for me back and forth. And things have been changing. COVID changed things for me, changed the arrangements I have here. I had a really good situation because I had an agreement with the owner of this apartment that I could Airbnb it when I'm not here. And so, truth is, I actually made a profit on this over and above what I paid. Even though I was here 6 months, I made a profit. I had a friend, a local girl, taking care of it, meeting the guests and cleaning and everything, and it worked out just amazingly for like 3 years. We were going gangbusters, super host, all that stuff. So I was in that business in the States for 10 years, vacation rental properties. So I had that experience, but still, it was great. And then COVID came. I was actually out of the country for 8 months. I couldn't even come here. My car was at the airport. But like I say, for those of you looking for a place to settle at a really low price point where you can still have a lot of fun, that's why I'm here, because that didn't break me. It was difficult. That wasn't difficult from a financial point of view. It was difficult from an emotional point of view because I really love this place. I love to come here, and it refreshes me. It makes me feel good. I don't know, for those of you who are, want a relationship, you can certainly find a relationship here, but that's kind of a slippery slope too. I've been here 5, 6, going on 6 years, and I'm still single. and that's not for the lack of effort in looking. And you know, if you're a guy from North America and you're making North American money, or you're on Social Security, you have a little pension, a little Social Security. Those dollars, the conversion rate is going up like crazy. So it's been nothing but going in a good direction since I've been here. So when I got here, the dollar was 2,700 some pesos to the dollar. Now it's almost 4,000 to the dollar. So that gives you some idea. And I would encourage anyone to learn about like international currency, international exchange rates, how they work, how they change things when you travel. And I'm really speaking more to people from the States who are using U.S. dollars and converting it into whatever local currency is. So anyway, I'm digressing. I don't have any kind of a script for any of these videos. I'm just going to talk. I would love it if you have, like I had one comment, the guy said, and if you're listening, if you said that's something like I want to do, tell me what you want to hear about. I mean, I'm really kind of an open book. I'll let you know what I went through, how hard it was, how difficult it was. I'll tell you truthfully, I'm at a point where I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to move to another place in Colombia. I'd like to live this is a small town, and I'd like to live in a small city, and there's plenty of them to choose from. And when I'm here this time, I'm going to do trips to various little cities that I like to see what they're like and what the rules are too. You got to look at rules. Like here, it can be tough to rent an unfurnished apartment, and you can rent an Airbnb apartment all over Colombia, anywhere, but you're going to be paying all the money. You're going to be paying all your utilities. You're going to basically be paying the rent on the furniture. You're paying all the money. You're paying a profit, and it's only fair. It's only fair. But if you're going to do what I did, it's much better to rent unfurnished, buy your own furniture, then you get comfortable furniture, because Colombian furniture tends not to be very comfortable at all. So I call it the land of the uncomfortable chair, because I'll tell you what, you go to a bar here, if you find a bar with a comfortable chair, that is your place, because you cannot find comfortable seating in restaurants around here. It's horrible. So I decided, after a whole lot of Airbnb experiences here in Colombia in various places, that I was going to get my own place and set it up to my standards and comfortable for me. So I basically came looking around, and in Medellin, I'm 2 hours outside of Medellin, Colombia, in a bus. So I looked around Medellin, and I figured out that apartments there were just too much for someone like me who's not retired. Now, if you're fully retired and you're going to live here, like full time, you're going to move here, that's a whole nother sort of topic. See, I'm going to be going back and forth. My mom is older. I take care of her house. Not that that's a huge investment in time, but I've got to be available for that. I've got rental properties in the States. I've got to be available for that. I do my own. Was a home builder and a carpenter all my life, so I basically work with these guys all the time, and so I'm not going to be here permanently, and so basically my videos are for the person that's going to kind of go back and forth. Maybe you just want to know a little bit more about Colombia, the cities in Colombia. I know a little bit about that. I'm a scuba diver. I've done a lot of diving in Santa Marta, Cartagena a little bit. Sucks there, don't do that. Santa Marta's pretty good, but that was pre-COVID. And I can talk about that too, but that's like a whole nother thing. And these videos, I don't want them to go long. So yeah, I have a car, I have my own apartment, super comfortable place. I've set it up to my standards. I bought a bunch of used furniture, because what you can do here is people come here and they get burnt out and they leave. Like if I leave, I'm going to sell all my furniture. And I'm going to probably sell it cheap, because when I get ready to leave, I've got a small window of opportunity to sell it, and then I'm going to be in a place that's unfurnished, and I've got to get the heck out of here. So it's got to kind of go quick. So you can buy used furniture from people that are leaving pretty quickly, and you get the better comfortable stuff. And I have really comfortable furniture. I've got a nice recliner, and so that kind of stuff. Comfort is important when you get to my age, and I beat my body up pretty badly over the years, so it's important that I have a nice place to sit, comfortable bed. So all of those things I can address and help you with. I can talk to you a little bit about Costa Rica. I can talk to you a little bit about the differences between the countries, because I've basically spent 2 years in Costa Rica. I had a girlfriend there for those 2 years. She got a visa on her own to come to the United States. A great girl, beautiful. And but Costa Rica, I had to end that because Costa Rica was just way too expensive for me. It was basically the same price as the United States. If you want to rent an apartment, same price as the United States. Food, actually more than the United States if you want what you're comfortable with. Electronics, way higher. Cars, way higher. Here in Colombia, everything is really, you'll go, what? Really? I only spent that much? Like I went to Day Uno, which is like a local, I call it a mini Costco. And they're all over Colombia. Day Uno, D1. It's a D1, but in Spanish, day, it's Day Uno, which is one. Day, it's a D1. So I went to the store this morning and I got a whole bunch of stuff. And I did a video to send to my mom to show her what I got. And I might post that on here. But $20, 20 US dollars, 81,000 pesos, got me a whole big pile of food and supplies in. And, I guess really, if you have a lot of money and you really don't care how much you spend, then you're probably going to not wind up in a place like Guatapé. You're going to wind up in the city and you're going to spend, $1,000 or $1,500 or $2,000 a month for an apartment, and you're going to be a partier and you're going to be going to, party places. But that's not really who I am at all. I'm really kind of a relaxed guy, laid back. And I just used this apartment pre-COVID as a base of operation. So I would come down here and I would be here for like 2 weeks. And then I would say, I'm going to Santa Marta for 10 days or 2 weeks to go scuba diving. And I would book a flight and I would put my apartment on Airbnb. And right away I'd have guests coming. So my girl would come clean it. And then while I was gone, it would rent and it would pay for my whole trip. So that's not happening anymore because of all the bullshit that international governments are doing with respect to COVID. And I'm saying that right on here, it's all bullshit. International travel is just in the toilet. In Colombia, it has a lot of international travel, but they just haven't returned. And maybe they have, but maybe just not here. I don't know. I know Santa Marta is suffering greatly because like a lot of the dive shops in Santa Marta and in a little town near Santa Marta called Taganga that I go to dive, have been shut permanently. And so it's really been hard on things here. But I know I'm digressing all over the place, and I'd like to figure out how to focus on one point and talk about it. But if you watch this and you want to know something, I'm not saying I'm any kind of expert, but I'm saying that I will share what I know, and that regards to, getting here, getting back, getting into the country, circulating through the country, renting apartments here, cars, currency, stuff like that. I can help you with all that. I'm happy to be of service if I can. I'm not trying to make money. This isn't going to make any money. I don't think there's a big enough market here to make any money with this YouTube channel. But I love YouTube. I learned so much from YouTube, and I wanted to give back a little to the YouTube community by doing this. So anyway, like I said, I'm here to help you. Leave a comment below, like and subscribe, as everybody says, please. Not that I'm looking, I want to get this exposed to guys in my age group, or any age group really, but my age group specifically, that really just want to do something a little different and really want a life that's a little more interesting than what they look around, you go, my God, that quote that most middle-aged guys are living lives of quiet desperation. I watched Joe Rogan the other day. I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan, and he put that quote out there, and that really was me a long time ago. I said, this is screwed up. I'm really not happy. I've got to take a risk here and do something different. So I decided, I'm going to do it. So if you decide to do it, or if you think you want to do it, I'm here for you. All right? Peace out.